Amen. rest once. If you find I rest once. I need just pretty well. This way.
Okay. So I'm using public transport now.
Now I'm already, so
had to take Mr. Little coming. Oh, no. Mafuta hakukula baba. Last time we met our sister, she was there. How is everything?
Oh, good.
Oh, good, that's nice.
Yeah. Except for this room. I hate this room.
Yes, this one. Like, yeah, it's loud.
Just gives me a love kind of thing vibe.
Right. Where is Bristol?
We're supposed to start steps for building industrial relationship, a good industrial relationship. That's what we're heading.
Alright. Thank you. I think it was main step is in the direction of building good industrial relations.
Yes. So steps for building good industrial relationship.
Fine, no problem. Alright. So far we have looked at a number of elements in as far as industrial relation is concerned. So today we are looking at the steps for building good industrial relations. Remember, when we talk of good industrial relations or industrial relations, we are looking at good coexistence or a better relation that has to be there between the employer and the employee and the other related stakeholders such as the trade unions, likewise the talk of employers associations. So, under that, you write this, that's under the steps of building good industrial relations. Looking at the cost involved, looking at the cost involved in poor industrial relations, looking at the cost involved in poor industrial relations, the various parties involved, should take constructive steps to bring good industrial relations, to build good industrial relations. Full stop there. However, the organization is in the better position, however the organization is in the better position, however the organization is in a better position to initiate such steps. The following are some of the steps. The following are some of the steps to build good industrial relations. The following are some of the steps to build it. The following are some of the steps to build it. The following are some of the steps to build it. Build good industrial relations. Okay, let me hear from you. What do you think could be done so that at least we have good coexistence between or among the employers and the employees? What should be there? Mona, any ideas? Any guess? Because when you say Mona, it's your full name. Oh, I thought this Mona Lisa. All right. Yes, brother.
I think, first of all, good communication.
Good communication, that is exactly. We should have this good communication between both parties. So let's write this, the first step. You write creating trust. That's step number one. Step number one, creating trust between management and employees. Creating trust between management and employees. And I do believe communication will help to bring that trust between these parties. So you write this under that. I'll say creating trust between management and employees. There you write trust between management and employees. Trust between management and employees. Trade unions, trade unions, trade unions, trade unions. Trade unions is the most important single factor. Is the most important single factor. Is the most important single factor for good relations, for good industrial relations. Good industrial relations. Yeah, right? So you write trust between industrial relations parties. Trust between industrial relations parties. Trust between industrial relations parties can be created. Trust between industrial relations parties. Trust between industrial relations parties can be created by building. Can be created by building competencies. That is from competency. By building competencies. By building competencies. By building competencies in the management. In the management and the union. In the management and the union. Management and the union. On the one hand, on the one hand, in developing right human resource process, developing right human right process, human relation process.
Firstly on management, competence in the management.
Competence in the management. and union on the one hand, and the union on the one hand, and the union on the one hand, and the union on the one hand, and developing the right human resource processes on the other hand. Processes on the other hand.
Developing right.
Yeah, developing right human resource processes. Human resource processes. Right human resource processes. Is there?
Yes.
On the other hand. So right, number one, competencies development. How do you build competence among employees? An idea? So it has to be through training and try to impart new skills among your employees so that they are up to date as to what is happening. So under competence development, you write competences?
As a second point?
No. Under the first step. Yes. So you write one, you can use column there. You can use Roman numeral numbering. You write one, that is you write competences development. Competences development. So you write competences in the parties can be developed through competences in the parties. Competences in the parties. Competences in the parties can be developed through enhancing knowledge, through enhancing knowledge, skills, through enhancing knowledge, skills, and attitudes, skills and attitudes, skills and attitudes, skills and attitudes, skills and attitudes, relevant to industrial relations, relevant to industrial relations activities, relevant to industrial relations activities. Knowledge can be developed. Knowledge can be developed. Knowledge can be developed. Knowledge can be developed. Knowledge can be developed about the rules of the workplace. The rules of the workplace, comma, the rules of the workplace, comma, the legal framework of industrial relations.
Knowledge can be developed about.
Knowledge can be developed about the rules of the workplace. The rules about the workplace, comma, legal framework of industrial relations. Legal framework of industrial relations. Legal framework of industrial relations, comma, the commitment made in various settlements, 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 and awards. So what do we mean there? As we talk of creating trust between the management and the workers or employees, all we need to do is we need to understand how do management create that. So as management should be in the forefront to foster what are the rules, we talk of good rules within the organization by echoing what the laws state about the employer-employee relation. So as the management too, they also need to be having some sort training so that they too, they are well aware of what they have to be promoted within the working setup. So you proceed again. Skill development involves skill development. That's a continuation. Afterwards, oh yes. Afterwards, you put a full stop. Oh, yeah.
Wait.
Yeah.
No. Is that a second point?
No, a continuation under competency development. So when you talk of competency development,
Under creating trust between one and
yes. So there, we look at competence within management, likewise competence within what? Employees. So you proceed there. Skill development involves leadership skills. Skill development involves leadership skills, interpersonal skills, interpersonal skills, problem-solving skills, and negotiating skills. So if you are to look from the management point of view, leaders should have those kind of skills. So after competence development, we go to number 2. You use Roman numeral. And on number 2 there, you look at process development. So there you write, for good industrial relations, under process development, you write, for good industrial relations, processes are important as contents. Processes relating to how decisions are arrived at. Processes relating to how decisions are arrived at. How negotiations are conducted.
Wait, what is relating to how?
I will start. For good industrial relations, processes are important as contents. Processes relating to how decisions are arrived at, how negotiations are conducted, how information is shared with the union, and so on are important. For the parties involved in industrial relations. So in terms of process development, it's just having enough policies or procedures as how you do stuff. A good example, within the work setup, there will be need of reaching negotiations. The question is how negotiations have to be reached. So as you need to be guided by the process set in place. And at the very same time, let's say that disputes, how do you resolve such kind of stuff? It has to be a process. So you need to have something where you use as a backup or as steps that have to be followed so that at least you reach a good resolution. Proceed there. Then now we go to step number 2. And under step number 2, you look at top management support. top management supports in building good industrial relations. So they write this for maintaining good industrial relations, 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 top management support is necessary. Top management support is necessary. Full stop here.
Board,
Sorry?
community board,
No, I think top management support is necessary. Top management support is required for several reasons. Number one, use Roman numeral. Alright. I'll say top management support is required for several reasons. Top management support is required for several reasons. Top management support is required for several reasons. Number one, use Roman numeral to integrate human resources strategy, to integrate human resource strategy with business strategy of the organization. To integrate human resource strategy with business strategy. Human resource strategy with business strategy. Human resource strategy with business strategy. Which is the essence of strategic approach. Which is the essence of strategic approach. Which is the essence of strategic approach to industrial relations. So what it means there is, as an institution or as an organization, business, you have a goal. And for you to win that goal, you need to have what? Strategy, you need to have a plan. So the plan could be supported by what the human resource does. So definitely, when you talk of human resource, you bring in the human resource needed or the labor needed, and at the very same time, inspiring the human resource. So these two things, they need to be integrated so that actually we see the organization having a good strategy to achieve the business goal. Number two, and on number two there, you write, we go for industrial relations activities. Industrial relations activities and the effectiveness. Industrial relations activities. Industrial relations activities and the effectiveness. Industrial relations activities and the effectiveness. Industrial relations activities and the effectiveness. Industrial relations activities and the effectiveness depends on the organizational climate. 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 And the management is responsible. And the management is responsible. And the management is responsible for developing suitable climate. Is responsible for developing suitable climate. For developing suitable climate. So what it means there is, whatever, as I already said in our previous class, whatever we see in terms of the behavior at any institution depicts or tells what kind of leadership is at such kind of an institution. So in this case, The management has to play a key role as to what is to be done so that others will create a better industrial relation. A good example, if we would like to impart good competence within the employees, as development, you talk of training, you talk of anything that could motivate employees need to be put in place. And if to have those kind of stuff, definitely we need management that is proactive. We need management that is that has the very same kind of feeling towards the organization. So in that case, we're just going to say how the involvement of an institution is made with the help of the management. The third one, or number 3, you write top management support is viewed by employees. Top management support is viewed by employees. Top management support is viewed by employees. Top management support is viewed by employees and their union, viewed by the employees and their union, that the organization has genuine concern, that the organization has genuine concern for their cause, and it sends positive signals to employees. I was saying top management support is viewed by the employees and their unions, that the organization has genuine concern. For their cause. Genuine concern for their cause. Genuine concern for their cause. Genuine concern for their cause. Is that right? Comma. It says positive signal to employees. That is the same when the trade union looks at the management and sees that the management is there to help the employees meet their needs. Definitely, they look at the organization through the management with some sort of positivity, and as a result, it will be an inspiration or motivation to the employee. Then we go to the third step, and on the third step there, you write sound human resource management policies. Step number 3.
Sound?
Yes, sound human resource management processes. Sound human resource management processes. Sound human resource management processes. So there you right. The problem of industrial relations should not be seen. The problem of industrial relations should not be seen in isolated context. But in much wider context. Of total human resource management. Of total human resource management. But in much wider context of total human resource management policies, covering from the problem of industrial relations should not be seen in isolated context. should not be seen in isolated context, but in much wider context. Of total human resource management policies. Covering from the stage of recruitment to integration of employees, covering from the stage of recruitment to integration of employees with the organization. Integration of employees with the organization. Full stop. In this context, in this text, policies are required for different activities. Policies are required for different activities of human resource. Policies are required for different activities of human resource management, as they provide guidelines for making decisions, in advance, rather than waiting for emergencies to take place. Rather than waiting for emergencies to take place. So what it means is, whatever we do, it should go as policy guided. So the HR department should have a good number of policies that guide the industrial relations in management of the employees. We go to step number 4. And under step number 4, you write continuous feedback and corrective actions. That's communication we talk about, right? Of saying continuous feedback and corrective actions. So you write there, an industrial relations system has a feedback mechanism. Which provides information. An industrial relations system has a feedback mechanism which provides information on the status of industrial relations. In the organization. Full stop. Based on such feedback, proactive actions based on such feedback. Proactive, based on such feedback. Proactive, based on such feedback. Proactive actions. Proactive actions. Proactive actions should be taken to sort out. Proactive actions should be taken to sort out the problem before, sort out the problem before it goes out of proportion. So in short, we should be having a proper communication channels so that what is expected to be done is done and feedback is given. That will create good relations.
So, how the code before it goes on?
Proportion, or before it goes out of hand. After this year, they have another class. Huh?
Supposed to have more.
Okay. Tomorrow I said we have to meet for makeup, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'll attend, but I'll not be available. Something has just come up. Yeah, so you tell your friends. I don't know Monday if there will be time in the afternoon. I'm not sure.
In the afternoon?
Yes,
Yeah, Thursday, next week.
Thursday next week.
It's supposed Monday.
Monday is back.
The in-person thing,
That's enough. Okay. Alright. So I wanted to take an advantage of the next hour, so maybe you don't have the class.
No.
Okay. We can use it. Okay. Then we go to the last step, which is step number 5. And in step number 5, you write professional approach. What does the word professional mean? Sorry?
It has to do with someone who is well connected, or maybe they know the field much better.
Much better. Alright. Alice, every profession or every field has got a way on how you handle such kind of stuff. So then you write professional approach. So everything has to be done in a professional way. That's what it means. So we write in the theorations, in an organization, in the theorations, in an organization, particularly the large ones, the theorations in the organization, particularly the large ones, should be handled by the person. 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 Should be handled by the person.